Good Times aired on February 8th, 1974. It was about a black family enduring and surviving hardships while living in the projects of Chicago. Netflix decided to do a cartoon spin-off, and it aired April 12th of this year. Like many others, you might be wondering, is this the same Evans family from the original Good Times? And the answer to that is no. Florida and James are the grandparents of Reggie, the father of the new series. Reggie and his family now live in the same apartment as they did in the old show, enduring similar hardships and financial struggles. Now that you're all caught up, let's talk about why this spinoff was a bad idea. This show has so many things wrong with it that it's surprising that Netflix okayed this. There are dancing roaches, a baby drug dealer that occasionally does cocaine, the dad's high blood pressure is constantly made fun of, the majority of the characters' facial features are exaggerated, overdrawn noses and lips, big breasts, big wide hips, big butt. There are constant shootouts, drive-bys. They wrote the son and the father as being unintelligent and stupid. The son, might I mention, can't even read, just so happens to be in high school. I could go on and on about how this show could be banned, honestly. I'm so tired of seeing negative representation of black people in cinema. We are either a hoe, drug dealer, rapper, pimp, abused, struggling, and if we are mostly put together, we're most likely desperate for a man. The executive producers behind this show was Stephen Curry, Norman Lear, and Seth MacFarlane. And listen, because Seth MacFarlane is behind this show, I'm honestly not surprised that it's so offensive the way it is, because the shows that he makes are offensive. Family Guy, American Dad, like, his lane is a dark adult cartoon, Adult Swim type of category. And I never would have thought that he would have touched this. Like, no, like, are you needed for this? Like, why did the remake have to be offensive? Like, I don't understand. And because the original show wasn't like satire. Like, it was just like, a regular family sitcom, and that was it, So this is like completely a left turn. The creator said that they made some promises to the people who acted in the original, telling them that this was going to be progressive.
They came up and said they have a cartoon. Sony said they had a cartoon coming. So they said, oh no, it's going to be generations later, and it's going to be like progressive or whatever. And
you were told it was going to be a cartoon and that it was going to be progressive. That's exactly the criticism, is that it doesn't feel progressive at all.
So when you see something that actually is not progressive, it kind of brings you back into the projects 2 generations later. So Thelma had a baby. What happened to that baby? I wanted to be a surgeon. I guess I was. JJ was a famous artist. So you have positive images generations before that. And then all of a sudden you see this, I'm not knocking it because I don't know what the whole show is going to be. Maybe they'll lean it more back, back to a more positive situation. But when you have the name Good Times on top of that, our audience for 50 years have been really in our corner. They've always supported us. They didn't have it more progressive as the way I was told it would be.
Have they said anything to you, Bernadette? Have the producers explained this to you? Have they said anything about the way it turned out?
Absolutely not.
And this is anything but progressive. If they were going to make it progressive, then I kind of wish they would have maybe painted the picture in a better light, put the family in a better circumstance. If it's progressive and they're going up, then make it where they maybe are not rich, but they are financially stable. They're not living in the projects. They're safe. The kids are well educated. The parents are, they both work, and they both work to, provide and pay for the bills, but they're able to do that without a strong struggle. Like, make it maybe similar to the original family's condition, like situation or circumstances, but just a little bit better. I think that's what progressive would mean. Like, you're progressing to the next level. But no, they're degressing. If the cast members from the original family was to just sit down and watch one episode, they would be like, what the hell? What did they turn what we created into? What did they turn the Good Times legacy into? You would have to see it to understand. Because people who don't understand, they'll probably be like, well, I don't understand the big deal. You have satire, adult cartoons all the time, you know, and they have offensive things, but that's what makes it funny. You know, if you're offended by it, then don't watch it or whatever. And, you know, I feel like that's a passive way to look at it, you know, people who don't care or whatever. But at the same time, if we want to see ourselves differently, we're still allowing people to paint the same pictures of us. And I feel like it was a slap in the face to the creators of the original Good Times to be like, oh yeah, this is our cartoon remake of what you did. You know, this is our cartoon remake of the hard work that you put in to paint this image of how your family was. And we're going to make it the same way, given the same struggles, but make it 20 times worse and actually offensive. Watch one episode and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because the first episode is just like, huh? Like everything in there is going to shock you. And some of you might like it, and hey, if that's your cup of tea, then that's your cup of tea. You know, I can't stand to see that remake just happen like that. And the fact that Netflix, the corporation, like allowed it to just be put out to the world like that is disturbing. It is disturbing. And, you know, a little bit that's probably how they see us, just ghetto and stupid and criminals. So, I mean, I hate to say that like that, but it's the truth. And, you know, they put it out there like that, and that's probably what they think. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you can DM me or comment down below and let me know like what topics or things that you want me to talk about, and I'll try my best to, like, you know, do research on it and put a video together for you guys, whatever you want to hear. So I love you guys so much, and if you haven't already, once again, just like and subscribe, and you know, support the channel and everything. I'm excited for the future of this channel and, you know, people that's going to be tuning in. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Dad, I knew you'd do it. You got the money.
Better believe I got the money.
There's so much money there, we don't need the shoebox. How'd you do it, Daddy?
How did I do it? Son, I just made the greatest three-cushion shot in the history of Elmo's Pool Emporium.